What's up, nerds? So I saw this the other day and I was going to talk about it the day of, but you know how life is, it gets away from you and everything. So I decided to check out this story today and just talk about it a little bit because it's very interesting. So it's this from Screen Geek, and it says Denzel Washington reportedly offered Marvel villain role, which is very interesting. I have a picture of him down below of the character that they're saying he's going to play, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So there's Denzel Washington. Real quick, love Denzel. It's been reported that actor Denzel Washington has been offered the role to play a Marvel villain in Doctor Strange 3. And we all know who the villain of Doctor Strange is. It's Dormammu, which they will mention in this article, but I'm telling you right now. So it says, actor Denzel Washington is a fan favorite to star with titles like the Equalizer films and Man on Fire under his belt. Both really good. I enjoy all those movies. According to a new report, however, Denzel Washington has been reportedly offered the role of a major in Marvel's next Doctor Strange movie. As always, this information could be taken with a grain of salt. Of course, you have to take it with a grain of salt, but sometimes these things end up being true. As shared via GFR, he was offered the role prior to the ongoing SAG after strikes, but his interest makes sense as he's said to be friends with the potential director Sam Raimi. Fans know that Sam Raimi already directed Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now it looks like he could be directing the next Doctor Strange film as well. And given his friendship with Washington, that's what has the actor interested in getting involved. And what role would he play? As it turns out, he'd play none other than Dormammu, the film's alleged villain. So I just want to say real quick before I go on to read the rest of this. I love Denzel Washington, but I've heard that he will take pretty much any role if you pay him what he wants. Like even if the movie is crap, like not that, like he did that one with Jared Leto, where Jared Leto was like a serial killer or whatever, and he was like a cop, and I heard that he didn't care that they released that movie because it wasn't very good. He just wanted the money for it, and he wanted the bonus money. He's like, you want to release it on digital and you don't want me to sue, just give me the money and I'll let you do it and everything. So I'm like, yeah, get that money, Denzel, because he's like, listen, I'm an established actor, fuckers. You pay me or you get got, you know what I'm saying? So it says the character already appeared with a more cosmic appearance in 2016's Doctor Strange, of course. MCU fans seem to be disappointed by the use of the giant CGI face to portray the character. I personally was also disappointed in that. I thought they could have done a better job with that character, but what are you going to do? Especially when the voice and the motion capture were both provided by the lead star, Benedict Cumberbatch. Exactly. As such, given the character and the humanoid form, and one played by a new actor like Washington would certainly win audiences over. I was going to mention this before, but I saw that it was in the article. So anyways, it should be noted that back in May of this year, the actor was rumored to have been offered the role of Galactus, but turned it down, which I'm fine with also that he turned down Galactus. I know a lot of people are talking about how they want him to play Professor X or Magneto, and then they want someone like Carlos Esposito to play Professor X, and then him play Magneto, Denzel Washington play Magneto. So, but I'm cool with him playing Dormammu. I actually really like Dormammu as a bad guy, a villain. I think Doctor Strange comic books are really, really good, depending on who writes them, but there's some really good ones out there. But yeah, okay. It also makes sense that Charlize Theron was introduced as Clea during the post-credit scene for the Doctor Strange sequel. Her character in the comics is actually the daughter of Dormammu, totally true. And with her journey to stop an incursion in the dark dimension where Dormammu resides, it certainly all adds up, of course. If the report is true, Denzel Washington will still have to accept the role for the Doctor Strange sequel once the strikes come to an end, which... stay tuned. I'm not going to stay tuned to you guys for all the information. I'll just find it out wherever I can. So all in all, I think that this is a good idea just because I really like Denzel Washington. If you don't like Denzel Washington, you're so weird. He's such a great actor. He's well established. He's got street cred up the wazoo, plus, actual cred because he's just so great. And I think that this would be, you know, great for that movie, because I have to be honest with you, Doctor Strange 2 was not that great in my opinion. In fact, I didn't really care for it that much. I mean, like, yeah, I didn't really care for it that much. Like, there were parts I did like about it, but not very much. So I really wish they would have maybe done that a little bit differently. But, you know, what are you going to do? You know, we don't make these decisions. We just have to deal with them. But I do think that any movie that gets Denzel Washington in it is going to be better for it. So we'll see how this turns out. I did a video on it. I don't know how true it is, but they're doing the Time Runs Out storyline. And I don't think that's a good one. I read that one and I didn't care for it very much. And Dormammu wasn't in it, but I didn't care. They're probably going to change it a little, obviously, for the movie, but I personally like that storyline. It was very convoluted. Too many teams show up. You know, Doctor Strange is not necessarily the bad guy. It's the Illuminati, and it's like Earth is fighting incursion after incursion, and then you've got this Black Swan and these Black Swan priests that you know, they worship this god and everything with the incursions. It was very convoluted in my opinion, and it was just very hard to follow. So I hope that the movie isn't that hard to follow, kind of like Mom was, you know, Multiverse of Madness. I felt Multiverse of Madness was a little convoluted, because I'm just like, what's going on here? This is so weird. You guys have explained nothing. What's going on? Who's who? What's all that nonsense? And they really didn't explain anything. So normies won't understand who America Chavez is. And me personally, knowing who America Chavez is and watching the movie, I was like, this is bad. Because if I didn't know, I'd be like, what the hell is going on here? This is so weird. So hopefully they fix it in Doctor Strange 3. I doubt it. I have very little confidence in Marvel at this point in time. But hopefully they do fix it. As far as Denzel goes, I'm all for this. Anything with Denzel in it, I will watch it, because he is fantastic. He's a great actor, deserves all the praise that he gets, because it's earned. And yeah. All right, you guys, those are my thoughts on this. As always, if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. And as always, go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on my next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.